My secret or your secret?
He's trying to sound all informed, I say.
He wishes it was him.
Okay, so are we ready?
Of course, and Sonu or Alok will ask the first question as usual.
Oh, yeah.
Acha?
Hi, Deepika. Over here.
Or then you, yes, hi.
You just spoke about the war sequence in the film. You said there is a big war
Can I
sequence.
sit here?
Yeah.
No, I'm fine actually. Is this okay?
Yes. Hi, Deepika.
Where's your daughter? Hi.
Deepika, you just said that there is a war sequence in the film. So could you say something about that? Will that be one of the major highlights of the
Yes.
film?
Yeah.
And
I think, again, physically very, very challenging. I think in the way that men are built, I think men find it easier to go to war, whether it's the climate conditions, whether it's how heavy the swords are or whatever talwar that one is using. I sometimes wonder how she did it. Really draining. It was so exhausting. On one hand, you're trying to balance being on a horse, and on the other hand, you're like trying to kill people. It's very, very exhausting. So I don't know how she went to war so many times and did it so, fearlessly. And she was a part of the troop. She was a part of. So she was obviously as powerful as or more than the men. आपको क्या लगता है मैं क्या कहना चाह रही हूँ आंखों से? Please give him a mic, yaar.
Yeah, definitely. What have you to say about this? Is a beautiful poster, in fact, and your eyes are speaking a lot, in fact.
What does it say?
एक बहुत सिंप्लिसिटी है, बहुत ब्यूटीफुल आंख लग रही है और बहुत फोकस लग रही है किसी चीज पर एक्चुअली. आप क्या कहोगे?
ये एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग सीक्वेंस है फिल्म के अंदर जहां से we've taken this image. Oh God, I'll have to tell you all the story now. But yeah, it comes at a point when she faced a lot of opposition from his family, and she goes into this sort of trance zone because she was not allowed to come into the house, and she was treated like an outcast and sent away when she came to meet Bajirao. And can I say? I shouldn't say, na?
No, it's okay. It's
I shouldn't
okay.
say. So yeah, it's basically
No,
yes. If you talk just about the emotion, yes, it is. She was fearless, but at the same time, she had a lot of strength. She had a lot of power, but at the same time, she was also very vulnerable and very, very fragile. And I think that's what makes Mastani so beautiful in that sense, because she had the strength of a warrior, but the fragility and the beauty of a woman. And I think we've tried to capture that in this image.
Deepika, on your left. Here, on your left. Congratulations for the poster launch. My question to you is, right from the first look, from the first teaser of Bajirao Mastani, people have compared this movie with Bahubali. And prior to the release, Bahubali also launched a big grand poster. So don't you think now again people will compare your poster launch, be it Bajirao poster launch or Mastani poster launch, with Bahubali once again? Don't you think?
No, not really. Even if there are comparisons, the films are completely different. I haven't seen Bahubali, so I don't know what that film is about. But I definitely know that story is very, very different from what Bajirao is. So yes, maybe from an event point of view, yeah, maybe some people might feel like, oh, it's a big poster or it's a big film. They're also big films. Bahubali was also, if I'm not mistaken, a period film, or in that. Sorry.
Kalpanik.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that in that sense, yes, maybe people will feel like, because of the scale of the film, But of course, when you see the material itself, and of course, most definitely when you watch Bajirao Mastani, you'll know that, it's very, very different.
दीपिका एक सवाल है कि मस्तानी में और खुद में आप क्या समानता पाती हैं, क्योंकि वो भी जुझारू है और अपने हिसाब से लड़ती है, जितना मुझे समझ में आया आप भी अपने असल जिंदगी में काम के प्रति उतनी सजग रहती हैं. क्या समानता पाती हैं आप खुद में और मस्तानी के बीच में?
Similarities, na? I actually, मुझे लगता है कि काफी similarities हैं वैसे. Not just me as Deepika or not just me as an actor, but I think हर एक औरत के अंदर कहीं ना कहीं एक मस्तानी है. ये पहले भी मैंने कहा है. Because हर एक लड़की या हर एक औरत मल्टीटास्क करती ही है और हर औरत के अंदर ये सब क्वालिटीज हैं. Like I mentioned, she's a warrior, she's a nurturer, she's a lover, she's a mother. So I think जो भी qualities मस्तानी में हैं, I think हर एक औरत के अंदर हैं, and I think that not just me, but I think every woman, after watching the film, I think every woman will identify with this character. Yes, the period is different. But if you talk about the soul of her as a woman and what women today are, I think it's exactly the same.
Deepika, here. Deepika, first of all, looking absolutely stunning. How do you manage to look so effortlessly beautiful all the time?
You don't always have to praise me. It's okay.
Okay. Deepika, is this film physically and emotionally the most draining that you have done till date?
Yeah. You'll probably think I'm stupid because every time I meet you all and every film that I talk about, I talk about how emotionally draining that film has been. I remember saying that about Cocktail some years ago. I remember talking about how draining that was. But yes, this has been physically, mentally, and emotionally a very, very, very draining film. I think we've given more than 100 days to complete the shoot. I mean, me individually has given 100 days. I'm sure the film has gone on for more than 150, 200 days. So it's not, and I don't mean it only from a point of view of the time that an actor is on the set, but it's also, even when you're not shooting per se, if a film is going on for 1 year, then as an actor, you're living with that feeling, with that emotion, with that character for as long as, until they call, like today they'll call a film wrap. And that's the only time that you realize that, my God, like actually that film is over. And then as an actor, you can start switching off from that part and literally start unshedding the character that you've become over the years or over the months. So carrying that character with you is also very, very exhausting. So yes, I may not be shooting for Bajirao Mastani every day, but until it's a film wrap, you're still, that character's still on your mind. You're still thinking of what else you can do. So in that sense, it's very, very physically and mentally and emotionally draining.
You also spoke about the intense love story that Bajirao shares with Mastani. Also the point where Mastani is ready to sacrifice everything for Bajirao. Yeah. Do you think such love stories exist in today's times as well?
Yes. They definitely do.
Has it ever happened with you?
I don't know. I don't think that you can compare one love story to another love story. Do I believe in love stories in the way that we show in the movies? Of course I do. I think every woman at least is very, very romantic at heart in that sense. And somewhere we are influenced by the movies that we watch. And whether it's, Raj Kapoor and Nargis, whether it's Amit ji and Rekha ji, whether it's Kajol and Shah Rukh, whether it's Ranbir and Deepika, I think that somewhere or the other in the love stories that we watch, we are influenced by those romantic films. So I think I would put it like that.
But if at all there comes a point where you have to sacrifice everything for your lover, would you do it?
I don't know. I think it would be unfair to say just yes or just say no. I think it depends on the situation at that point. I think there's so many various factors that come into everything that you do. For example, I could also say that if the man truly, truly loves me, then he can also, you know, look at my happiness and allow me to do what I want to do. So I think it's not a it's not a one sort of yes or no sort of question. I think there's a lot of factors that come. First of all, love is not a one. I don't think it's a for a relationship to be successful. Let's not say love, but I think for a relationship to be successful, I think there has to be equal contribution from both parties. So yeah, it's a slightly more layered question, which is probably not just a yes or no answer.
Deepika, you said every.
Whatever you want to make of it.
Deepika, you said every woman is romantic at heart. What
You
is the
are, I know you
definition of romanticism for you? What is height of romanticism for Deepika?
कहाँ से खरीदी ऐसी बकवास?
सवाल
Hello?
की डिक्शनरी बोलो ना प्लीज.
No. What is the height of? Again, I don't think I can. Of course, I can give you very straightforward answers and say, oh, I think it's very romantic if I have dinner with my lover at the Taj Mahal or some random thing like that. But I think, like I was saying earlier, I think romance and love is beyond that. It's beyond just the physical things, or it's beyond just the material things. I think it's all in the unsaid. It's all in the feeling and all in the emotion. It's not a material.
Okay, having done this war film, so you're all set to give a tough competition to the man's world now, especially on Bollywood, on the cellulite. And given a chance, would you like to represent our country for any world war or so?
I haven't understood your question.
Hello? Deepika ji. Hello?
Yeah. 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 Yes. Her question is that the film was very, very draining physically and emotionally, and Ranveer had to isolate himself while he was playing the film and while he was playing the character. And he was only in touch with friends and family, and he didn't make any public appearances. But now he's coming out that the film is done. So did I also have to go through a similar process? Yes, I did. There were days when I would... I don't like to talk about my process, honestly. Yes, I think different actors have a different process. So yes, have I gone through things that help me focus on my character and help me detach from things that go on in our life every day? Yes, I've been through that process. I don't think I need to discuss the details of I locked myself up in a room or I put my phones off or whatever it might be. I think different actors have a different process. But yes, whatever my process was, I did have to, on certain days, couple of days, for couple of weeks, go through that process to be able to 100% commit to certain scenes, certain emotions, and definitely to the film and to the character.
Hi, Deepika.
अरे यार, अरे without mic